Last time on The Curse of Lydia. It's just going to change every time.
That should be the meme. It just changes every time.
It will change every time. Yeah, whoever you last talked to, it's the curse of them. Last time, you guys narrowly avoided a confrontation with Isaac. You headed to the square where you saw a couple of troubling things. You were greeted by Lydia, who is the Baroness of Vallaki, and she invited you to her home, aka the Baron's mansion, for specifically a tea and sandwich party that she invited Sindra to join, and you all decided to tag along. And as you approached the Baron's mansion, you all noticed flashing purple light coming from the top of the house, from the windows on the top level. And Aramis managed to persuade the maid to let the rest of you in, even though Sindra was the only one invited to the party. And Sindra went to the party room, which was adorned with all sorts of adorable and also haunting decorations. And was also filled with women who were not the women you might expect to be at the Baroness's tea and sandwich party. They were hardened peasant women.
The sacrifice.
There's no sacrifice. I'm just going to tell you
They're
guys.
definitely about to get sacrificed.
Yes, the sacrifice, exactly. And as you come in and stand and observe the room, Lydia makes her way in and sits down at the table and beckons you closer to sit next to her. Meanwhile, the rest of the party is kind of parading around the house with no supervision, as far as I know.
Well, we haven't gotten to us yet. Not parading.
We haven't gotten to them yet. We'll get to them later. But first, Lydia beckons you over to sit in the seat adjacent to her right side. Lydia picks up a single tiny cucumber sandwich square between each of her thumbs and forefingers. And she brings it to her mouth. And she takes a bite in the way that you might imagine a horse would take a bite of something it was apprehensive about. Like this, like.
Or gums like flapping everywhere, like a horse does?
Is it like Squidward taking a bite of a Krabby Patty for the first time?
Yes, little. Just grabbing that little tiny piece. That's exactly the visual. Yeah, and then yeah, she enters a vault with like 18,000 cucumber sandwiches and gets ridiculously fat. No, that's the plot of a SpongeBob SquarePants episode, not okay. Curse of Strahd. So, all right, I'm being mounted. So, hi. And after she chews on her teeny tiny cucumber sandwich bite and swallows it, she looks to you and she says, "Have you visited the church yet?"
Not this.
Have we haven't, right?
No.
Okay. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, my brother, Father Lucian, delivers the finest speeches, the very finest. Do be sure to pay him a visit and send him my love the next time that you leave town towards the west.
Oh, we certainly will.
She nods and she beckons towards the doily, layered, tiered structures for you to have a sandwich.
Do these have mayonnaise in them?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Mayonnaise. Would mayonnaise be on the cucumber sandwiches? Yeah,
No.
no. We're gonna go with no mayonnaise. No.
Sweet, but I'm gonna grab
Joy.
like 5 cucumber sandwiches.
One for
Okay.
each finger.
Yeah.
Do you like
They are
stab
finger
them with your
sandwiches.
fingers to make little rings?
Let's say I have like really long, sharp, pointy nails. I'm just gonna stab it and then.
That seems appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is she having conversations with any of the other ladies nearby
No.
that I can like pick up on? She just
She's
sat
just
down and
sitting
ate a cucumber
there and like
sandwich.
waiting to engage with you.
Okay.
The other ladies at the table, again, they look pretty nervous, but they also seem happy to have something
Tweet.
tasty to eat.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they are reaching for sandwiches and eating a little more barbarically than one might expect at a tea and sandwich party.
Okay.
They're using
Alright.
their thumbs.
Not sticking
Those
their
aren't even
pinkies out.
fingers.
No pinkies up, no.
Shameful.
Mouth to mouth with Ace.
He likes to sniff inside my mouth.
What?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
He's a special boy.
Hey, bud. You want to sniff in my mouth?
I guess I will ask the Baroness, how often do you have these gatherings? Is it tradition to have them before a festival every week?
She says, oh, heavens, we have parties almost every day.
Mm. These are paid actor peasants.
Wow.
She says, my dearest friends and I try to keep the dignity and spirit of Vallaki alive daily. And she like looks around at the other women and is smiling.
All right. Would you be so kind as to introduce me to your closest friends here? And I'll give them like a weird, creepy wave.
Mm. And she says, yes, well, yes. And she says, but please do excuse me for one moment. I'll let them introduce themselves to you. And she gets up from her seat and like taps her napkin on her mouth very daintily and puts it down on the chair. And she walks over through the door into the next room, which you guys remember actually from your tour is the kitchen where the waiters are. And the woman sitting across the table from you nods at you and says nothing.
Very friendly.
They don't look unfriendly by any means.
But like nobody wants to tell me their names and the Baroness can't introduce her closest friends to me.
You get the feeling that these
Closest
might
friends.
not be her very closest friends.
Okay.
And the woman sitting towards the right of you, there's no one actually sitting directly to the right of you, but there's a woman sitting 2 seats away to the right of you. And she, after finishing one of her sandwiches, she lifts her cup of tea and she looks at you and she says, I'm Anushka. And she like nervously like nods at you. They all seem to be like nodding at you nervously, like, mm-hmm. Yeah. And the woman sitting across the other way, not directly across from you, but sitting down the line. I mean, it's kind of hard to point out where they are. There's like 8 seats that are strewn across the table. So across the way, another woman introduces herself to you and she says, my name is Ingla. And she also like nervously nods at you. And she says, how are you today? Are you excited for the festival?
Couldn't be more excited. How about yourselves? How often do you ladies visit the Baroness at her parties?
And Anushka replies, maybe a couple times a week when we are relieved of some of our regular duties.
How do you all know the Baroness?
Anushka replies again, we mostly work for her.
Oh, that's cool. Friends in the workplace. That's right on. Very good.
Yeah, and Igna replies, I am new to the house since the Baroness's lady-in-waiting went missing a few days ago.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you have any idea what happened to her?
Nobody knows. Nobody has heard from her for several days. I hope that she's all right.
Were she and the Baroness close?
As far as I know.
How long had she been the lady in waiting?
I'm not sure. And you are able to sense like apprehensiveness, feeling like should I like she doesn't have a lot of answers and she's apprehensive about being interrogated.
Okay. I would gesture to any of the other ladies at the table. Do any of you know what happened? I love a good mystery.
They all like turn to like look at you kind of with a look of like and a fourth lady, there's actually only 4 ladies at the table even though there's 8 seats, and the lady sitting all the way down the table, she after finishing one of her sandwiches, she has like 4 sandwiches piled up on her plate. And after eating one of her sandwiches, she says it's not common for people to really go missing. We have heard reports that there have been strange events occurring in the house lately, but we're not all well informed.
Like strange, like how?
Like magical?
That's interesting. Like, can you tell me a story? Tell me one of the tales.
She looks to the left, which is the room that the Baroness walked through.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks towards the right. She like kind of like scours the room and takes a look at who's around. And she says, the Baroness has a son, and he has been locked away for quite some time. We're not sure what's happened to him or if he's even still here, but we have heard rumors of attempted magic. We've also seen purple lights in the attic every once in a while.
I saw that too on the way in. You guys know what that's all about? Or is that part of the strange happenings?
They shake their heads. No. There is an attic upstairs. And Inga looks at you and she says, I've been up there one time, but as far as I could see, it was full of dusty furnishings. I wasn't able to spot anything else. I don't know where it could be coming from or what's happening there. And she like notices herself being, what's the word I'm looking for? Like careless or frivolous. And like
Too
composes
up.
her
She wants to open up more and get me
nervous demeanor again.
Loose lips sink ships.
Mhm.
And she says, We dare not speak of Victor further.
His name's Victor. That's cool. Victor, he sounds cute. Is he cute? What do you guys think?
Oh my god. That sounds cute. They're all like in their 40s.
David,
He
ew.
would
Like
probably be
50.
a
What
child
are you
or
saying?
something.
Sexuality ends at 40?
They're all probably married.
How old is the Baroness? Would she be older?
She would be like 50.
Okay. So she could theoretically have like a 30-ish plus year old kid. If she's married at like 16, as they are back then, probably, maybe in non-Romania. I don't think that's too far of a stretch. All right.
Ada says, how is that relevant?
Just making polite conversation. You know, I'm new to these lands. We're trying to get to know you ladies. Have a good time at this tea and sandwich party.
Yeah,
thing.
they are all like staring at you.
Okay, I'm gonna stare back.
Staring contest.
Anyone else in the room like having any kind of a conversation?
No,
Or are they all just like,
they're all like nervously sitting and eating, and no one is talking to each other. Yes.
okay.
This is the weirdest tea and sandwich party that Sindra has ever been to.
And she has been to many.
So many. All right.
As you ponder your thoughts, Lydia walks back in the room and strolls across the floor. She has a very long burgundy dress that is floor length, and she walks with such a poise that it almost appears as though she is floating when she walks.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she heads back and she sits down next to you in her original chair, and she says, I'm so sorry about that. And she says, were you able to get a chance to speak to some of my friends? And she looks
yes.
around at the table, and they all are like nodding, like, uh-huh.
Be like, yes, they were all very kind.
Yeah.
You have a good group here.
Mm-hmm. And Lydia says, please, we have so much food and so much tea to drink. Please have more. And she like encourages everyone to continue eating as two servants walk into the room with new platters of sandwiches and set them down and take away the old ones.
Delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And meanwhile, we can kind of do like a split thing so that we keep it a little bit real time. The rest of the party is loose upon the home with no supervision and no chaperone. Where do you guys want to head?
So I'm like walking swiftly and like hoping that Zug and Kane are following. And
Well, I can canter along at a quick pace.
I turn over my shoulder and I say, should we explore the mirror or look into those mystical purple clouds? There's
Purple
much
clouds.
to explore. Quickly.
I say the clouds. The mirror may take more time than we have.
Okay. Ramis is trying to jog his memory as to where he thinks stairs were that would lead to such a place.
Mm-hmm. So you remember going up some stairs in the house that were in the back of the house. So those stairs were actually in the like servants prepping room. So there's I'm wondering if I want to show you this photo or not. I kind of do because you guys have already seen at least this part of the house. So Give me just a brief moment. Sorry, you're going to see some code for a second.
Code.
Okay. And yeah. So this is okay for you to see. Great. So, you guys have already seen most of this. So this is actually the entry to the home where there's a staircase here.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Easy.
Yeah. So you can take that staircase. You have not taken that staircase before. Syndra is here in this room.
Mm-hmm.
And Lydia went over into the staging room. You guys, the first time that you actually visited the home, were taken all the way to the back into this preparation room, and you took this staircase up. And you remember that this staircase was right next to the room that had the mirror in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually all I'm going to give you.
Okay. Shit. Well, yeah, I mean, I think we'll just take the large staircase and be on the lookout for people.
Yeah.
And in hushed tones say to Kane, there must be a source of this magic, though. What do we do if we run into a wizard such as yourself?
Well, I may be able to talk us through that, but we should be on guard. We do not know if that wizard may be hostile.
Hostile to me? I give him a wink.
Of course.
Then, like swiftly, but with agility, move up the stairs.
So you don't swiftly tumble up the stairs?
I'm not stomping, that's all I'm saying. I'm not showing off my athletic prowess.
You're not. Wait, what about Zug? How is Zug getting up the stairs?
As sneakily as one with chainmail can.
Chainmail's not that noisy.
I have a disadvantage on it.
Well, if you have your tattered mane over top, maybe that'll like soften some of the clinking.
What, the rotted one?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's right. I
Yep.
forgot about
Yes. Yes.
that. I tried to black that out. Now it's back.
Okay, so you head up the main stairway and you're led into a long hallway that leads into several corridors off to your right.
And this is an empty hallway.
There is no people in the hallway.
I would like to move through the hallway, listening to see if I hear anything from the hallway to the other side of the doors.
So as you move through the hallway, you don't hear anything, no rustling sounds, nothing that you can pick up on.
And I would assume that this is not the top story of the home.
According to looking at the outside of the home and seeing where the lights were emanating from this, it seems like the peak of the house, there might be more up there.
We need to find a staircase or perhaps a private entrance to the attic.
Can you describe the room that we're in right now?
You are in a hallway.
Yeah, okay, the hallway that we're in.
It is a long hallway. So you came up the stairs and then the hallway branches down the length of the house. And there are a couple of corridors off to your right. And at the very end of the hallway is the staircase that goes back down that you came up the last time.
Do the doors all look the same?
You don't actually see many doors from where you're at. You only see corridors.
As I move down the hallway.
So as you move down the hallway, if you look to your right down one of the corridors, you see a very narrow hallway, a much more narrow hallway than the one you're in. And there are a few doors that you see, and they do all look the same.
Do we remember in what direction the mirror was? Because we've been in this
Yeah, you do.
areas, right?
Yeah, the mirror is near the staircase you came up the first time, so towards the back of the house.
Where's the locked door?
Down the first hallway,
The first hallway. Oh, this is so
the
hard.
first corridor.
Uh,
I really don't want to show you the map. I don't have a map prepared, so deal with it.
I think I remember us coming up the other staircase, and it was on that side. I'm just trying to remember how you described, because I haven't watched that episode again.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out like how many hallways we're dealing with and what configuration they're in.
Yeah, so again, there's one hallway that spans the length of the house. So
Oh,
like
staircases
front of the
connect
house
to
to
it.
the back.
Yeah.
You guys are in the front of the house. There's a staircase in the back left of the house. You guys came up the front right, essentially. So there's a long hallway that spans the length of the house on the west side of the house. And you guys are facing that. You guys are looking at that. And if you go down that hallway, there are 2 corridors that lead towards your right in an F shape.
Okay.
Let's go all the way to the end, because that's close.
All
There's
the way
another
to the end
staircase.
is where the room with the dress and the mirror are.
Yeah.
You do remember that.
And the locked
Okay.
door.
No.
Okay, and
What?
where was the chimney from the outside?
Oh yeah,
Chimney.
that's a good call.
Where was the smoke coming from?
There was no smoke.
This purple
The
magical-
light.
It's not
The light.
smoke. It was a
Okay,
light.
whatever it is, where was it coming from?
A window.
Relative
That
to
we
the
could see
house?
from the front.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's actually a couple of windows way up there.
but like I'm trying to triangulate where I'd be standing compared to that light.
What did the roof look like? What was it shaped like? Was it square with like
Triangle. Like
it was
a
triangular,
like
and there was like a window kind of near the middle.
there's a window somewhere near the middle, and you saw purple light.
So presumably then, and the
Would be
whole
just
house
like-
is like cabin shaped. It's like rectangular.
So
Pretty
that would have
much.
been at the front of the house then, like where we are.
Yeah, you said it was at the front of the house. You saw it when you came in.
Like right above us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we obviously can't get up there from here, right?
Yeah.
What does the ceiling
Uh,
look like?
Normal ceiling, 10 feet.
Okay. What's it made out of? Wood? Just planks?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't. How am I supposed to know?
I don't
You're
know the material.
You're a dungeon master.
We
Yeah, wood.
I say-
Yeah.
I
Wood.
say we go to the end of the hall where we kind of were before, toward the mirror room.
Yeah.
Yes, we should try the locked door as well in case that leads upwards.
Yeah, there's also there's a again like it's F shaped, so there's a far hallway and a closer one. The far hallway you recall has the room with the gown and the dress, and then the closer one has the locked door in it.
Oh. Okay. Well, Nate, let's try you first.
And also the
What
closer
do you want me to
one
do?
contains the study of the Baron that you saw.
It's probably a trapdoor in his study.
And the locked door is right across the way from the study.
Nate, I was saying we can go to the back hallway first.
Back hallway.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try. Let's go to the back hallway. And how many doors are in the back hallway?
There's 3. One of them you remember was a bathroom. The second one is a room with the mirror and the bridal gown. And there is a third that leads to the master bedroom.
Okay. Let's go in there. I'm gonna say it's probably not gonna be the bathroom or the mirror room, because we went in those rooms. We kind of have a feel for that. Did we go into this room, the master bedroom?
You did briefly go into the master bedroom.
All right. I'm gonna go into that room quietly and try the door.
Make it quick. I stand outside of the room and I motion for Zug to do the same.
Because the
Oh,
mirror
okay.
was in a closet, wasn't it? It was like a weird.
It wasn't in a closet. It was just in.
Wasn't
the
there a
room.
wedding dress in there?
Yes. So the whole room had a wedding dress and a big mirror.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also don't want to get caught with that mirror. I feel like it's a trap.
You guys
Yeah,
think
okay.
everything's a trap.
That's true. Everything is a trap in here. Everything's bad for you. Everything's evil. Everything can kill you.
Everything is cursed.
Okay, I'm trying the door here. Quiet.
Okay. So you try the door to the master bedroom and it opens easily.
Okay, what do I see in here? Do I see anything on the ceiling?
Yes, the furnishings in the master bedroom are quite old. There is a short pole rope that hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling.
Ha!
Oh. Wait, we didn't remember that from before?
Mm-mm.
Wow, we are dumb. We are some
You guys weren't inspecting stuff. You were just like being given a tour.
we are some dumb fuckers. Okay, I wave him over. I look back at Zug and Bernice. I'm like,
We pile into the room, and I quietly shut the door.
Yeah.
We must be careful. We don't know what awaits us up here.
Probably some cobwebs I pull on the trapdoor.
So as you pull the trapdoor in the ceiling, it can be pulled down quite easily to reveal an attic room. An unfolding wooden ladder allows you to get up there quite easily.
I gently shove Ramiz out of the way and slowly climb up.
gently?
Just like places me.
So you enter into a room in the attic. It is a dusty 20-foot square room that has a high-pitched ceiling that reaches its peak 20 feet above. The wooden rafters are shrouded in cobwebs, except for an old table with a lantern on it. The room is completely empty. There's a door in the south wall of the room.
I go towards the door.
Yeah. Okay, so you head to the door, which is, it's technically south of where you are. It's hard to
Is that
pinpoint,
towards
but like
the front of the house? Or?
it's in the back. You're in the back of the house right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the back of the house.
I know we are, but the door is towards the front, or that's going further back?
No, the door is towards, if you're looking at the house, like if you were looking at the front of the house,
Yep.
this is to the west of the house, but it's technically south because the house is facing east.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a door.
Relative direction is all
I know it's hard. Yeah, relative to where you are itself. And you open the door, and you reveal a large attic that is full of old, forgotten things that are draped in white sheets.
Detecting magic.
Piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, old furnishings covered with cobwebs and dust. You see a clear footpath through the maze.
Oh boy. Like
There is a single
trail?
set of human footprints in the dust.
Is it in one direction?
Yes.
Just really?
Hmm.
Well, let's go for a walk.
Shall we, gentlemen?
I'll lead the way.
I'm gonna keep my detect magic rolling and looking around in here as we go through the attic.
All right, so you head along the track of human footprints that lead to a single door on the far side of the room, which is in the front of the house.
Do we hear anything?
If you listen
Mhm.
and you place your ear nearby, you can hear a young man's voice beyond the door.
What's he saying? Can we make out any words?
He is reading what sounds like intelligence arcana check.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, 23.
14.
14. 14 is the check to meet or beat.
Way to go, King.
You hear him and you can tell that he is badly pronouncing some kind of teleportation spell.
Oh boy. He teleported one of the maids.
We have some trouble on our hands here, gentlemen.
And on the door, someone has carved a large skull into the door. And hanging from the doorknob, there is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well."
How would we like to approach this? He doesn't seem
Wait,
to want
it's-
visitors.
What? How did you say it was written?
Carved.
There's a
carved.
carved skull.
But the
What?
words
How is it
all
carved? Like with a knife into wood or on
Would
the
you
metal?
like to inspect the carving?
Yes,
Sure.
let's do that.
So there is a large skull carved into the wood of the door, along with the hanging sign on the doorknob, a wooden sign on the doorknob that reads "All's not well." And roll an investigation check.
Investigation, you say? Oh,
13.
goodness.
13.
17.
4.
So it's like, there's a door there.
Is this a
So
door?
remember
Kane notices a small, nearly invisible glyph etched into the skull's forehead.
Do I know what it means?
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh man, just arcanaing the shit out of this place right now. 18.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
This is a glyph of warding, and it will trigger upon opening the door.
Okay. I turn to Kane and I say, would we like to go in?
This is a glyph of warding.
Does Kane know what happens when a glyph of warding is triggered?
Damage.
Kane, I have a potential solution.
Speak up, Ramis.
No, I think we should keep our voices quiet. But I have a friend who I can summon to open this door.
That could work.
What would the radius of this ward damage be?
Are you asking if it's AoE or single target?
Yeah.
Like the door is not gonna like fucking explode, right?
You don't think it's going to explode.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me not give you incorrect information here.
Either way, I think Ramis is going to motion to Zug and Kane to like step back, and we'll also step back.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna
Ramis,
ready my shield.
perhaps we should consider knocking on the door instead.
I say,
More of a polite approach, perhaps.
be my guest, and I like continue to step backwards. From
Oh, your idea was a sound one.
You also, Kane, you don't know if this is going to explode or not. Because
Okay.
glyphs, according to your knowledge, can be either enchanted with explosive runes or spell glyphs. So it's hard to know what it will do, but you know that it will probably do damage. And there's a good chance it could deal damage in a large radius.
Okay.
You're not sure, but there is a chance that that could happen.
Well, it either if we move back far enough, it either destroys the house and kills him, because obviously we've traversed a percentage of this house, which we are aware of, and there can't be that much more house left in that direction, right? So if we
Yeah.
open
And
so
also
that-
when you saw like the lights in the front of the house, you saw it through that front window. So
right. So that room can only be so big. So let's just back off roughly what we think is the size of the room, and then
Ramis, perhaps you can have your solution knock on the door for us.
Okay, and so with that, have we all stepped away from the door?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Let's go. My
Okay.
shield up.
As a ritual, I would like to summon an unseen servant.
okay.
Come to help me, my friend, in this time of need.
Wait, he was trying to cast a teleportation spell.
Yeah. Yes, he
Who
was.
was? Who was?
Just open
Boy.
the door. Just open the door. Don't knock. Just open it.
Just okay, I look at Zug too, like, yes.
Well, we don't want him to teleport.
It doesn't
Oh.
sound as though he has found success.
Zug shrugs, and then he'll walk up to the door and try to open it.
Oh God!
What
no.
the fuck, Zug?
Zug's gonna
You
go
said-
open the door.
No, I'm
said-
grabbing Zug's shoulder. No, Zug.
You said open door.
No,
Okay.
this is too
Get
dangerous.
him back. Pull him back. Restrain him.
I'll step back.
Okay, I will my unseen servant to approach the door and open it.
Okay. The unseen servant approaches the door and attempts to open it.
Attempts.
Oh
God.
How
gonna
far
be-
back do you guys want to be standing?
I can
We're-
cast this from 60 feet away, so
Okay.
We're at least like
we're
10,
as far
15
away
feet
as we can be where we can still see.
As far away as you can be, it's probably like 60 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. No, I don't think 60 feet. That's probably too far.
60 feet. Isn't there a trail of junk in
Like
here?
40 feet is about as far as you can be. Yeah.
That seems fine. What's the blast radius of a grenade? I think we're all right.
Yeah, I mean, we only need to be about a room's worth of. I say we're like 15 feet back or something like that. Because if it's any more than that, then whoever's in the room is going to get hurt.
Yeah, but it could be like a magic missile or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you guys are gonna stand kind of far back because you're not idiots.
And behind whatever furniture there is, of course.
And as soon as the unseen servant pulls the handle, the glyph triggers and
This poor guy.
explodes.
Sick.
And how much? What are the stats of your unseen servant?
Oh, 1 HP.
It dies immediately.
Well, it has AC 10.
It dies immediately. Actually, it can roll a saving throw. Go ahead and roll a saving throw for.
What am I trying to meet here?
You need to meet.
Well, let's see what the roll is first.
Do
'cause
you,
it
do
might
you
not even
care?
matter.
A dexterity saving
18.
throw. Wow. Okay. Dexterity saving throw. So it only takes half of 5d8.
5d8?
5d8, holy shit.
Jeez, you would have been dead, Josh.
Yeah.
5d8 damage. So your servant is dead.
That's okay. That's kind of what he's there for.
And the door is now blast open.
We rush in.
No, do we? Fuck.
Kane rushes in.
Okay.
Zug rushes in.
I'm supporting Kane. I'm right there with him.
I know Zug rushes in. That's a given.
Okay.
I just exclaimed, "What a blast! Wow, we must have accidentally tripped a trap of some sort. Kane, be careful."
So entering the room, someone has taken old mismatched furniture and created a study in this dusty lamplit chamber. There's tables that are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams have been drawn. And there's a freestanding bookshelf that holds a collection of bones. A very dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box on which lounges a skeletal cat.
Like
Several
an
more
actual
skeletal
skeletal cat?
cats skulk about the room.
Skulk about like they're
Skulk?
moving?
Most unnerving of all is the sight of 3 small children standing with their backs to you in the northeast corner of the room.
Okay.
Gross.
Should we just fucking run? Okay. And none of them have reacted to any of our shenanigans.
The cats run to the sides of the room, and the one that was previously lounging that you could see has now gotten up and ran to the edge of the room, and several have gone to hide under the bed.
Was this blast like super loud?
Not super loud. It was a lightning blast.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have heard anything down at the tea
Yeah, that's
party.
what I was wondering.
No, but you might have felt like a slight
A
rock.
tremor.
Yeah, a slight tremor in the house. Yeah.
Great.
It definitely wasn't your friends. But we don't see the source of the voice
You-
reciting teleportation
Do not.
shenanigans.
Nope.
I look at Kane and Zug.
Is there no? We don't see a person.
You see what look like three
3 kids.
small children standing with their backs to you in the corner of the room.
3 small kids. Are they alive?
That's the worst kind of kid you could see.
3 of them.
They're facing a wall.
A trio of small children facing a wall. This is very Blair Witch. I don't like it.
Mm.
They
How-
go poke them.
Wait, are they alive? Yeah.
You don't see them moving yet.
Say something to them. Throw a rock at them.
I don't think that would be wise, Zug.
So yeah. Sindra. Wait, Sindra's not here.
I'm not there.
Sindra, please help us.
I yell from downstairs. Yes.
Sindra! We don't
Sindra!
know what to do.
Ramis, perhaps you would be better with children than Zug or I.
And Kane like gives him a little nudge and nods over at the kids. Kids? 3
Yeah,
kids.
3 kids.
I'm gonna stay in the doorway.
Yeah, okay. I guess Ramis would approach slowly and just say, children, are you okay? That was quite a blast.
No response.
I turn to Kane and like give him wide eyes.
Maybe Zug would be appropriate for this.
Kane looks over at Zug.
Is there anything around my feet, a small object I could toss over to them?
There's like paper on the ground. You could crumple up
Or like
piece
a
of
shard
paper
of like
Wait a
the
second.
door or something?
Wait a second.
Yeah, probably a piece of wood.
You said there's dusty footprints leading into this room. Where are the footprints in here?
Nope, this room is not as dusty as the
Not as
outside,
dusty.
and there's also a rug on the ground, a large rug covering most of the floor.
Damn it, we lost the trail.
There's a rug covering the floor?
The rug is dusty, but not as easy to see footprints.
Yeah.
And as Ramis approaches and gets closer, he notices that the children standing in the corner of the room are in fact painted wooden dolls
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's creepy. Nope,
Oh,
don't like it.
gross.
Ugh.
dressed in a young noble clothing.
I turn to the party and say, knock on wood. These are not zombie children after all. So I guess I would like to investigate or try to scan the room more deeply now. My assumption being that our friend might have left.
Did it sound like he succeeded in a teleportation spell?
You did not hear anything.
Do I detect any magic in the room?
You can detect magic,
Mhm.
but there are no really magical objects. You notice a leather-bound spell book in the room, and inspecting the room, Vermees does so, there are sheets of parchment that are covered with elaborate diagrams of teleportation circles.
What kind of magic do I detect?
Teleportation is a conjuration, if that's relevant.
You cannot.
I'm not. Teleportation doesn't.
You
leave
don't
magical residue.
there's nothing with detect magic. So detect magic, the spell needs to be used on something. Like you can't just
No.
like cast detect magic in a
No,
room.
that's not true. I can cast detect magic to sense the presence of magic within a radius around me. If the object is visible, I can see an aura around it. If it's not visible or it's like something that doesn't have kind of like a physical form, then I think the way it's worded, I'm trying to remember how the way it's worded. It's like you don't learn anything specific about the magic if you
Okay.
can't see its source, I guess. But otherwise you see an aura around whatever is magical.
Okay. So you detect magic, but you cannot see any auras.
Oh. Do I know anything about the magic?
No, there's nothing for you to focus on to see an aura. You just can sense magical presence.
I don't
Is
have.
Kane making this noise in the room right now?
Hmm,
I drop one of the sheets of parchment and say, "What?"
I have an idea.
I'm gonna pull the rope out of my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Ramis, do me a favor and take an end of this rope.
Vermees takes it begrudgingly. Last time I did you a favor, I almost got attacked with splinters. Child-sized splinters.
Zug, please shut the door.
I'm
Is there a
standing.
door?
I'm still standing in the door. Yeah. Oh yeah. Is there a door?
Did the door get blown away?
Never mind. Zug, please stand in the doorway.
I'm asking you to like be right in the frame of the doorway.
I will block the frame with all of my might. No liquid shall pass through me.
And then Zug pees himself.
Ooh.
All right, then I'm gonna say something out loud.
The enemy from within.
Whoever is in here, we mean you no harm. I am a fellow spellcaster of sorts. I would be interested in speaking with you if you would be so kind as to reveal yourself.
I'm gonna look at Kane weird, like he's just talking to no one.
He is talking to no one, technically speaking.
I'm addressing the room.
He's addressing the room. No reply.
Very well. We do have means of finding you otherwise.
Wait, so detect magic wouldn't reveal an invisible...
It doesn't reveal, but if the way you can a gamey way you can use detect magic is to use detect magic. If you sense magic but do not see its source, it's invisibility almost always. Sometimes DMs come up with other shit for it to be, but the only reason I could detect magic but not determine its source is if the object was not visible. I think that's words as written actually in the if I pull up detect magic. Where is it? It says for the duration, you sense presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in that area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. If I did not get those things, something's here, but it's not visible. So I'm guessing that there's an invisibility spell at play here. Although that was a quick invisibility spell. That's for darn tootin'. For someone that sucks so hard at teleportation.
Well, maybe he mastered invisibility before. So I'm assuming we are sweeping the room now.
We are. I will add that perhaps I may be able to help you with that teleportation spell you've been attempting.
And Kane looks around again. Any reply?
No response.
Ramis, you are quite the performer, as far as I can tell, yes? Ramis?
I'm looking at you, Kane.
You are unusually silent. You're usually quite excited to regale us of your skills. Very well. Hold the rope.
Kane will do his best to move quickly across the room, motioning with his hand to Ramis to move with him, and
Yeah.
basically scan the room very quickly with the rope.
So we're just running through the room with the rope taut.
Yeah.
I
And
start
we're-
yelling, "Red Rover, Red
We're
Rover!"
keeping it low. We're keeping it low because someone could always duck as they're invisible. So we're keeping it really low, and we're just going across the whole room.
Yep.
So that's hilarious. Just imagine Kane and Rami's just grabbing a rope and running across the room.
I tried to be kind, and now he's forced my hand.
So as you sweep the room with your rope, when you get to the far corner, the rope stops sooner than you expected it to in a corner of the room.
I see you found our rope. There you go. Jig's up.
And God. Oh man. The fact that you guys just ran a rope across the room is just fucking hilarious. I love it.
I've done this before with invisibility spells.
I believe it. Suddenly, where the rope is, a set of ankles appears, and a thin young man with a premature streak of gray in his dark hair appears in the corner of the room.
Ah, there you are.
He did not cast invisibility. He just turned sideways. Look at this.
And he crosses his arms and he looks at Kane. He says, "Clever."
I've had plenty of time and years to become somewhat clever.
And he asks, "How did you get up here?"
We took the trap door from the bedroom below.
And who let you into my parents' bedroom?
Well, that's a little bit more complicated. I suppose we weren't specifically let into that bedroom. We were invited into the home, however, and nobody's prevented us from ascending the staircase or entering the bedroom. Also, we may have been made curious by the light show that you had been performing from outside the windows.
Doug just wants to yell out, "We're explorers!"
Yes, we are. That's right, Zog.
Kane pats him on the head.
By the way, you had quite a teleportation spell going there. How's that been for you?
He sighs and says, "Not well yet. I'm still doing my preliminary research. I heard you say that you could help with this."
Well, I have my own concerns. Firstly, I am not aware of any way to escape Barovia, be it by teleportation or otherwise. I'm concerned that your efforts, even if you were an accomplished mage, are fruitless.
He looks at you and squints, and he says, "So far, with the practice that I've had at this point, I've been able to accomplish much. I don't know what is to stop me from casting this teleportation spell. And he gestures towards the animated skeletal cats roaming the room.
Quite impressive, yes.
And gestures towards the giant, like, charred lightning streak on the outside of the door.
Yeah, equally impressive. That being said, the magic that presides over this realm from Strahd, it seems to be a heavy blanket that prevents any kind of escape that we're aware of.
Victor, upon hearing you describe its impossibility, walks over to the edge of the dusty rug and he pulls back the edge of the rug to reveal an inscribed teleportation circle on the floor. And upon inspection, Kane can tell that this is imbued with magic. And Victor says, I am only missing a few pages from the book. And he says, this is not a traditional circle. It is one of my own design. I've managed to add magic to this circle, but I haven't figured out if the actual spell or my version of it is going to actually work, but I feel as though I'm quite close. And he pulls back the entire rug to reveal the large teleportation circle.
Is Kane familiar with teleportation magic in an academic sense? I know he can't cast it.
You can, like, you don't need a lot to be able to tell what's going on here. So you can roll an Arcana check. In fact, anyone can roll an Arcana check. It doesn't have to be Kane.
Zug will roll an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
That was an 18.
7.
13.
13, really?
Yeah.
What was Kane's roll?
18.
Man. Kane realizes that Victor's circle is horribly flawed and potentially deadly upon use.
Nice.
I'm glad you showed me your circle, young boy. I applaud your ambition. However, if you were to successfully attempt to use that, you would likely kill yourself.
He says, I have already used this circle.
I knew it.
And what happened?
Well, they, there was some flashing light and they vanished. So I assume they must have gone somewhere.
When you say vanished, can you be a bit more specific? There are many ways to make something vanish.
He looks down at his feet and he says, they may have been slightly torn to shreds before vanishing.
That
Shreds, you
sounds
say.
about right. To shreds, you say? Well, I can tell you that if you continue to use this, you will continue to shred people.
I do not intend to use it as is, but I do plan to make modifications before testing it again, and I will test it again.
So you mean you will continue to shred people?
Well,
Might I suggest you test it on one of your already dead feline friends next time?
he says, that is the intention. And he reaches down to like pet one that's like gross skeletal tail is like curling around his calf.
I've seen worse.
The bones are clean. Yeah.
Pick clean.
A little dirty, but not like covered in flesh.
It doesn't smell like rotting cat in here, is what you're saying.
No. No, it just looks like bone cats.
What does the Baron think of your hobbies?
He scowls and he says, my father has no business in my hobbies or my endeavors. He poisons this town. He poisons their thoughts. He points to the leather-bound book on the table and he says, I stole this from his library. I have used this to teach myself much spellcasting, and very recently I've been able to decipher some of its high-level spells, including the invisibility one. And he like laughs and gawks.
Yes, very nicely done.
He says, my companions here, I was able to dig up some old bones behind the Watcher estate and animate 6 skeletal cats. Where have you seen that before?
Nowhere.
Not that specifically, no.
No, I've only seen 9, my friend.
May I ask you, did we get his name?
Victor.
I don't think that you actually did ask for his name. Sindra knows his name.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I've said Victor says, but I don't think that you have actually asked
okay.
for his name.
Victor, may I ask you why you are so keen to teleport?
Is he hot though? Like, should we tell Sindra later?
Yeah,
I
he's
will
like
ask.
a little handsome.
Okay, sick.
A little.
I mean, the
He's a
bar
little-
seems pretty low in Barovia, so
He's a little handsome. Yeah, so you asked why he's so keen on leaving this place,
on teleporting, but I
on
assume
teleporting.
I'm leading him to explain what I believe to be the truth, that he's trying to leave Barovia, like everyone.
Yes. So he says, this place has been my prison since I was born. And he also, he says, my father does not want to see the truth. He wants to see his own altered reality. And so does everyone else in this tormented land. I have no intention of living out the rest of my miserable days here. And I am looking for a way to escape this wretched realm.
So he is talking about Barovia, not the lackey or something.
Yeah, he is trying to get the fuck out.
Cool.
Yes, we too are looking for a way out. I can promise you, though, this teleportation circle will not help you with that.
And he starts to become frustrated and he says, I'm aware that the circle does not work as is, but I plan to make modifications.
No, friend. We mean teleportation as a way to leave Barovia seems misguided.
Strahd's magic prevents anything from leaving the realm.
And where did you hear that?
We have had several encounters, and from everything we can gather, the magic here traps everyone. No one can leave, not even powerful mages who have come before you.
He says, you are referring to the Mad Mage.
Among others, yes.
He replies, just because none have been able to succeed so far does not mean that I will not.
And just because you are here trying to teleport does not mean that there aren't other ways to leave.
And he raises his brow towards you. What is your intention to leave? If that is your intention.
we do intend to leave. We feel as though perhaps the best means to do so is to find a way to stop Strahd.
He squints. Well, I have no association or affiliation with the devil Strahd. And in the middle of chatting, he turns to those 3 painted dolls and he yells, "I'm getting there, stop."
Oh,
And then
God.
he turns back towards you. And he says, "There is something that I have not tried. I know that my mother's mirror possesses strange properties. I have not messed with it because it's honestly terrifying. But you may be able to commune."
There is a chance. I do know of the mirror you speak. Your mother showed it to us, and I happen to be able to detect its magical aura.
She knows nothing of its magic. Pathetic woman.
Well, I cannot speak of her character, but I can say that this mirror does possess potential.
And so lucky.
We're lucky, or he's lucky?
You.
I happen to know that the... hold on. I was actually looking up my notes on this mirror because I typed a couple things out. Yeah, okay. I happen to know that the mirror possesses some form of conjuration magic.
And Victor nods and he smiles and he says, "Yes." He says, "You should certainly gather more information about the mirror, and you should learn more about its properties and attempt to use it."
Have you any reason for not having done so yourself thus far?
And
Can I try to read him as he's talking to Kane?
no, but you both have to throw a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
And Zug.
Just straight wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where's my... Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, I got a
8.
pretty strong one.
14.
Oh, I just rolled a natural 20.
Mm. And yeah, you can listen, but what he's saying sounds normal and sounds very reasonable to you.
Wait, but I can't roll perception?
You can attempt to roll perception. He's trying to convince Kane to try the mirror.
Yeah, but like I want a sense if he's like trying to walk Kane into it.
Yeah, do we sense like ill intent or
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah.
No, but you do get the feeling, like very, very strong feeling that requires no check at all, that this is a very off-putting and strange person.
Well, yeah, he was just talking to 3 wooden dolls like they were telling him that.
Exactly why
Well,
it's
quickly.
not requiring a check. Like he's not hiding the fact that he's like, weird.
bonkers.
He's kind of bizarre, yeah. He's for sure bizarre.
We will investigate the mirror, yes, of course. Perhaps you could assist us in doing your best to help us remain undetected while we do so. I would be happy to share my findings with you as soon as I finish.
He says, yes, I will head downstairs to collect some food, and I will protect the room from entering for a short while. I
Thank
can
you.
divert the servants and my parents if need be.
Thank you. Before I take my leave, have you found any spells or trinkets that perhaps I may find helpful in my pursuit of ending Strahd's reign?
He says, so long as you are attempting to end the wretchedness of this realm, I am happy to share some wisdom with you. And he points to his spell book. And there are quite a few spells that he has prepared in the spell book that you could read and copy.
Excellent.
Sick. Dope.
Dope as fuck.
I'll give you the names and you can write them down.
Okay, hold on. Back to my notes again.
Some of them are high-level spells that you will not be able to cast yet, but you will at least know the spells.
Fair. Okay, I am ready for a list of spells.
Animate dead.
Sick.
Well, I
Fun.
know where
Make some
he's used that.
titties.
Blight.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cloud kill.
Sounds bad.
What
Sounds
is that?
dangerous.
It creates a sphere of poisonous fog centered at a point, and the fog spreads and poisons creatures and deals a ton of damage.
I'm not liking the theme of these spells so far. Carry on.
Dark vision.
Okay.
Glyph of warding.
We know that one.
Mhm.
Glyph of Explodey Boy.
Levitate.
Tight.
Remove curse.
Oh, that's a juicy one.
You might need that.
Oh, it's just gonna be called of Strahd from now on.
Remove Strahd. That'll be our next step.
Remove curse. Yeah, we're just playing of Strahd. And thunder wave.
Nice.
Underwave.
That paralyze him?
Does a bunch of damage.
It's a wave of thunder that does thunder damage and pushes.
Sounds like he warded the door with Thunderwave.
No, the door was glyphed with light. It was lightning damage, not thunder.
Oh, forgive me.
You're forgiven.
Thank you, Victor. This is quite helpful. I shall make my way down to the mirror as you go down to get your food. I look forward to sharing my findings with you.
He nods and waits for you to leave.
Okay, we're gonna. Well, then, I guess we'll be on our way.
Says, I will be behind you after I lock up.
Yes, of course.
He is not leaving you alone in this room under any circumstance.
Did we see anything useful that he could be trying to hide from us? I mean, it sounds like he pretty much told us his whole damn dealio. He was hiding a teleportation rune under a rug.
Yeah, which he
presumably,
didn't
so
care
that-
about showing you. He was hiding that from his parents mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want his parents to know what he's up to. And they don't, as far as you know. And there's nothing obvious. If you're trying to meta, there are things you don't know.
Of course.
So my earlier inspection when we didn't see him didn't reveal anything.
Nor
You
did my
found again
detect
parchment
magic.
in the room. You found teleportation spells. You saw cats. There was also a bin in the middle of the room that you guys didn't actually look at or look in.
Was it magical?
No.
No?
Just a bin.
Okay. I'm exiting.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, back at the tea party,
Oh boy.
Lydia continues to eat her sandwiches very oddly and daintily and ignore conversation with her guests, except for you.
Does she?
And
Okay.
she says to you, we are so excited that you will be our honored guests at the Festival of the Blazing Sun today. And she says, we're very excited for you to tell the rest of the town that all really will be well.
Oh, for me to tell the rest of the town.
Of course, yes.
Does my group have a special role that we're not aware of yet?
Well, when you guys first came to town and the Baron chatted with you, you guys, for being able to have hospitality and to be able to stay in the town without any ruckus, he basically asked you to be his honored guests at the festival, which you did agree to.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what she's alluding to, is that she wants you to be on display and for you to reiterate the message at the Blazing Sun Festival that all will be well, and to reassure the townsfolk.
Sounds great. Is there any kind of ceremony we should be aware of? Is there anything that we need to participate in besides reassuring the town?
Well, there will be a ceremonious blazing sun that we light a fire. I believe that you may have already had the pleasure of meeting our dear designer Gadolf.
Yes, he's one of my favorite town members that we've met so far. He is truly a skilled artist.
Yes, he makes all of our festival decorations, and I believe that today's will be very exciting and quite explosive.
Explosive how? That sounds interesting.
She says, well, the blazing sun is a signification of a manifestation of Strahd, and we are going to light it ablaze. It will be a huge blazing fire for all to witness.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. Where does the explosion come in, though? Or is it just
Okay.
the bright sun is lit ablaze?
I mean, it's going to be like a big, like you saw it. It's a big, yeah.
It's going to be a fire, but
It's a big
large
boy.
fire.
Yeah.
Big boy. Okay.
It's going to be a big boy sun. Where are they even going to hang it from? They're just going to put it on the ground? I don't know.
Maybe they will.
We gotta go to that festival.
Well, my group and I were wandering around the town square, admiring the fabulous decor and upcoming festivities. We noticed that there in the barracks there were some people wearing donkey heads. Can you tell me about that? Like, what should we expect this afternoon?
Oh, she says, yes, those were the people arrested for their horrible negative opinions about our exciting upcoming festival. And
Rightly so.
says, those donkey heads are placed on them to encourage the ridicule that they deserve.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
After the festival, are they usually set free, or is that just just wearing donkey heads forever?
Under the condition that they reverse their malicious unhappiness, they shall be set free.
Like, cool. That's nice of you guys. What a fun tradition that you guys have here every week with these festivals and whatnot.
We do our best to uphold the order in the town and to make those people feel safe and lifted, and those who seek to spread negative messages should be immediately censored.
I completely agree. Truer words have never been spoken.
She's becoming suspicious of you.
Why? I'm being agreeable. I'm agreeing with everything, and I'm super stoked for tomorrow. I mean, for today. God.
Syndrome might mean it. We don't know.
I'm
Fascist.
excited. Okay.
So the Baroness is like quite a nervous lady, and unlike the Baron, who has unbridled confidence, and she does not have even she is not able to manifest the facade that you are at the moment. And she is suspicious of your intent.
What facade?
Yeah, just because Barovians are terrible doesn't mean they can't pick up on inflections.
Are you
They
saying
can't.
I'm being sarcastic?
They can.
So rude.
And
Mhm.
yeah, you go ahead. You can talk to her if you want to.
I don't feel like I can. I guess I'll just say. And what time do the festivities again right now? Do you have the time now? When do we need to prepare?
She says, well, it's about time that we get moving now. So thank you all so much. And she stands up and clasps her hands together. And she says, all will be well. Thank you all for attending today. And I'm so excited to see all of you at the Festival of the Blazing Sun very shortly. And she dismisses the room, and the other ladies get up and scoot their chairs in, and they walk out one by one from the room. And she says, please, I will have my maid see you out, and I'll see you at the festival very shortly. And the maid that let you guys into the house and escorted you appears in the room and gestures towards the front door for you to leave.
Okay.
And like it's gonna walk with you.
Cool. I would give the Baroness a nod and say, thank you so much for, inviting me to partake in this afternoon tea.
She nods and says, we very much appreciate your cooperation.
Of course.
And she smiles and she waves at you.
Not scary at all.
Are you leaving with the maid? Like, are you gonna go out with her?
I think I should. She's already suspicious of
barely
me.
know her.
She's shuffling you out, yeah.
Yeah.
So she shuffles you out of the house back to the foyer and through the front entrance, where once again you see the giant blazing wicker sun that is beginning to it looks like they are beginning to attempt to transport it to the town square. And back to the upstairs group. Yeah, so you guys head out, and after you leave, Victor leaves after you and recasts his glyph on the door.
What door?
The remnants of the door. And walks past the path down into the room and follows you guys out through that trap door. And as you guys leave that area, the room is on your right-hand side as you traverse down the hallway that has the mirror in it. And Victor stands behind you and basically waits for you guys to open the door and go in.
Okay, we do that thing. We open that door.
Open the door. And you open the door, and walk into the bedroom. Not a bedroom. It's not really a bedroom. That's not an accurate word to describe it.
A room without a bed. A mirror room?
It's a mirror room, yeah. And the room still smells like perfume. The giant vanity mirror standing against the wall, facing or next to a faceless wooden mannequin that is wearing the same white bridal gown. And across the way on another wall is the full-length mirror that you witnessed before that has a gilded frame. And the mirror is radiating to Kane, who I assume is still detecting magic, a aura of conjuration magic. And Victor proceeds past the bedroom door and heads down the front stairs to potentially intervene with anyone who wants to head up. And you guys are standing there with the mirror.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate the mirror with my detect magic up.
Mm-hmm. And as you investigate, again, you notice an aura of conjuration magic. It's pretty strong.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. And that is all.
Zug leaves the room.
Yeah, exactly.
So bored. And that is all that you are able to see with detect magic.
I'm able to see that the mirror is magical with conjuration.
Mm-hmm.
Can Ramiz like physically investigate it to like look at the gilding, to like just look for any sort of clue as to like the manufacturer or any kind of origin of this mirror?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you inspect it closer, the mirror looks fairly simple. It doesn't have any intricate carvings or anything like that. The mirror is a simple full-length mirror from it's quite long, it's pretty tall. And looking at it and looking at your reflection reveals your sad face.
Okay, I have another spell I can use.
Wait, like, I'm not sad and I look sad in the mirror?
No, it's just your reflection.
You're just being mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. So as Kane casts the Identify spell on the mirror, it is revealed that there is a ghost magically bound to this mirror.
Tight.
Is it a friendly ghost? Question mark.
The Identify spell reveals a forgotten rhyme that summons the ghost.
What, it just identifies into my brain?
Yes.
I like this.
And the rhyme,
Well done,
Kane is able to reveal the rhyme to identify or summon the ghost that is bound to the mirror. And the rhyme is...
Ooh, send it to me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Send it to me.
Thematic.
Okay. I have to open Discord again. Yeah, I'm not going to say the rhyme. You should say the rhyme. I agree.
Okay, cool. So Kane's eyes kind of like glow slightly as he casts the Identify ritual. He touches the mirror. And he kind of looks, he's like looking at the mirror, but almost looks like he's looking like beyond the mirror. And he says, "Magic mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call.
and wield your murderous blade. And then he kind of snaps out of it and like shakes his head.
Ramis like immediately looks startled and like stares at Kane like very worriedly and puts a hand on his short sword's hilt.
A ghost appears standing next to Kane, and the form of the spirit is solid. It appears as a darkly handsome 30-year-old man with bloodshot eyes. And it is very clear, based off of the blades he is donning, that this is an assassin.
I'm back, by the way. So I just came back an assassin.
So he appears in the mirror or outside of the mirror standing?
He is
next to him?
outside of the mirror, standing next to Kane.
Ramis is backing away.
Zug will approach. So what? Can I get a quick recap? I'm sorry, I had to step away.
So Kane cast Identify on the mirror and learned that there is an assassin's ghost bound to the mirror. And he learned a rhyme to summon the ghost with the Identify spell. Kane looked into the mirror and said the rhyme, and a ghost of an assassin that appears as a dark, handsome 30-year-old man with bloodshot eyes has appeared standing next to Kane.
I thought Zug was supposed to be the dumb one. Why did you recite the words?
Kane is all about knowledge at almost any cost.
No, it works. I would have done the same thing.
The assassin does not speak. It stands there and looks at you.
Is he transparent?
No,
Is he
he's
okay?
solid.
He's a. Oh.
He's an assassin?
It looks like an assassin, and based off the spell that you cast, you're pretty sure it's an assassin.
I'm gonna get in between him and Kane. Kane.
Is he bad?
Is he making any moves? Is he just standing there?
He's just standing there looking at
Yeah.
Kane.
Is he like a good boy?
Say something, Kane. Address what you have summoned.
You want me to
Hello.
poke him?
Hello. My name is Kane. What is your name?
He stands there and stares at you and says nothing.
Ah, talkative, I see.
I want to take my finger and poke him in the shoulder.
Oh boy.
Great.
You poke the assassin's ghostly solid form in the shoulder, and he does not budge.
Mm.
I'll look back at Kane and shake my head, and then step back.
Can I like sense motive or something like that on the assassin ghost?
So, like, you can attempt to kind of like commune with the assassin that you've summoned.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so you can attempt to do that. Let's go ahead and have you roll a. What check do I want you to make? Is there like a communication type check? Insight? I don't know.
Insight is like to gain like an idea of what the person.
It's like a sense
It's
motive.
about.
It's like trying
Yeah.
to figure out like what
Insight.
it wants you to do. Yeah, let's maybe do insight. I think that that's appropriate.
Yeah. Oh, it literally says check decides whether you can determine the true intentions of a creature.
Yeah.
Okay. So insight check.
Yes, you can roll an insight check.
Not 20, baby.
This guy in his
I
rolls.
don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know either.
I think that I am full of shit.
The
Depends.
Okay, Scoob.
the assassin spirit is awaiting your instruction.
Your target. Ugh.
Oh, he's a murder bot, murder ghost. Do we have anybody that we want to murder?
Yeah, Strahd.
Well, I feel like that's probably a trap.
Well, could be worth a shot. Or Isaac. I don't know.
Isaac's a bad dude. Well, is he a bad dude? We don't know. Like
He's
we
not
know
a nice man. Like he
there's like a
killed
lot of
children.
fucked up people, but we don't really know. And I feel like setting a ghost assassin on somebody right now might be a little
Let's use
I don't know,
levitate
hasty.
to bring the mirror out of the house and fucking just split with it, so we can summon this dude
I kind of like that fucking idea. Can we bring it back to the old tavern?
to the blue water and put it in our private suite.
Is the mirror like connected to the house in any way?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay. I'm gonna like look at the assassin and just say, we will prepare before asking of your assistance. You may leave. I will summon you in the future. Thank you.
The assassin stands and stares at you and in a couple of seconds vanishes and disappears into thin air.
Okay. Can when we God, we could break this mirror if we're not careful.
It's magic. It's fine.
Nothing gained, nothing lost.
I think they'll notice the mirror missing.
Yeah, that's true. We could always sneak in here with an invisibility spell.
Yeah, I think we could try to just come back.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably safest.
Um,
Oh my God, we can't let this guy know.
No.
The murder mirror.
Yes. Ramis turns to Ken and says, we cannot share this secret. This is far too dangerous.
And as you are discussing, footsteps approach the outside of the room, and the door opens to reveal Victor.
I immediately would like to lie to him and report that we were unable to determine what this mirror does. We do know that it is bound with some sort of conjuration magic, but that is all we could find.
Perhaps further study will be able to uncover its true nature, but I fear the burgomaster may find our absence unsettling. You know how your father can be, of course.
Victor scowls. So I will study this mirror and see what I can find.
Very well. Tell us what you find.
Yes.
We shall return to assist you on another day.
He says, the pathway downstairs is clear. Most people have left the house at this point to attend the festival. It's probably best that you attend as well.
I presume we will not be seeing you there.
He looks at Ramis and smiles slightly. I assume you can see yourselves out.
Yes, of course.
Goodbye.
He turns around and walks back to the bedroom, up the trapdoor, and you hear the clanking noise of the staircase being pulled up behind him.
Damn, we should have just had the ghost kill him. That'd way cooler.
Just to test it out. Maybe we can summon it multiple times.
That guy's kind of a dick.
Okay.
So, you guys want to head out?
Yeah.
Or you want to hang around and look at some more stuff?
Can't we just take the mirror now since the house is empty?
How are we gonna get out?
We'll grab a sheet from the attic, drape it over, and just 2-man walk it out.
Just put on like painter's overalls and be like nodding at people as we walk out. Like, this is our ladder.
Yep,
and
we're
our-
the
No
we're
one
the
questions
refurbishers.
the
This sure is a
uniform.
dusty old mirror. We'll take it to the shop for you.
Well, we got ourselves a dusty old mirror here. We gotta go get her fixed.
That's a good accent,
we
Kane.
could try it. We could try it.
I tried to combine old man and southern there.
That was good. That was
Brilliant.
good.
Well, Ramis will start to exit.
Yeah, at this point, there's several people that know that you know about the mirror.
Yeah, I think it would be obvious.
It might be obvious if you take the mirror. It would definitely be obvious to Victor, who we have learned can cast high-level spells.
And who has been fairly remorseless about testing this on servants. Is that what you said? Like people?
You did not explicitly learn what he had done, but you have heard that potentially he has tried this on
To
servants.
shreds, you say?
And based off of the fact that Victor attempted to suggest to you, it could be likely to presume that.
Oh,
He tried
wait.
suggestion on us.
Wait, is that what that was? That wisdom
Yeah.
check?
Yes. And assuming that you were able to saving throw against the suggestion.
Wouldn't we be aware that he cast suggestion on us if we succeeded? Like,
Not you, maybe Kane. But I think even then, it's like you just prevent yourself from being like charmed or suggested. It's not necessarily that you know that happened.
Doesn't cause them to go hostile.
I thought it does.
Let's see,
Like
suggestion.
if you fail, they
Suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear or understand you. I have this spell. Creatures
You have the
that
suggestion spell, really?
creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. So like undead
Thug.
stuff, probably vampires, no doubt. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking a creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do some other obviously harmful act, like use a teleportation circle that I know is horrendously misconfigured.
That is not what he suggested that you do. The suggestion was to go check out the mirror.
Oh, well, we
Yeah.
checked out the mirror.
You
We
did
that
anyway.
willingly.
You probably would have done that without him.
I wonder if he thinks he succeeded.
He, I mean, he got you to do what he wanted you to do, which was test out the mirror that he's afraid of.
Oh
What
man, it
was
would be
the-
great if I could have done like a counter suggestion and succeeded.
Why
What was
don't
the
you
DC on
do
that
it?
suggestion?
You should tell your father about your teleportation circles. Perhaps he can help you.
That wouldn't help anyone. So, as you guys continue to hang out and lurk, another set of feet begin to scuffle up the stairs that you can hear, and you know, based off of eyeballs, that Victor has just gone up the other way. So that is not Victor coming up the stairs.
Okay, we're gonna go back and go down the other stairs.
whoa! That's like into the kitchen. There would be
Well,
many
we
people.
don't
in there.
have a whole lot. Of,
The kitchen staircase is where the footsteps are coming from.
Oh, well, we're going towards the front steps, so
So you guys
I suggest
can
we hurry.
go down the hallway to the front of the house
yes.
and take those stairs down if you so desire.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you hurry, you will not meet whoever is coming up the stairs.
Great. Let's
That's
do
what
that.
Ramis would like to do.
Okay.
Can't be good.
So you guys shuffle to the front staircase, head down, and yeah, do you guys want to leave the house? Do you want, like, where are you going?
To the festival.
To the festival. To the super fun festival.
Would I have met up with you guys now at this point? Are we reunited?
If you're waiting outside the house for them,
I would have
awkwardly,
like walked outside of the like gates into the house, or like maybe a door or two down.
yeah. So as the party exits the house, you see Syndra standing there twiddling her thumbs.
Yeah, I guess Ramis would ask Syndra, how was the tea?
How was the tea, Syndra?
It was awkward and horrible. But I got sandwiches, so that was cool.
Can I have the sandwiches?
If you left the room, you for sure, if you would like to have, could have taken more sandwiches. Lydia did take a box of sandwiches with her as she left the room, which I forgot to mention.
Box of
Not that it would have been obvious. Remembering Zug's request.
Can I retcon and pretend I grabbed a box of sandwiches for Zug?
Is Zug gonna get 2 boxes of sandwiches?
Oh, did
Hell
she
yeah.
already got those sandwiches for him?
Well, yeah, she took a box to the festival to give to him.
Zug is a growing boy. He needs 2 boxes of sandwiches.
One for each hand.
So I would get him the second box of sandwiches.
Okay.
But I wouldn't give them to them yet. I'd give them to him maybe later.
Okay.
Just gonna keep that in your
I'll
bag.
hold a
Box of sandwiches.
That's fine.
Keep it
got
in your
other
back
stuff
pocket.
So it's like, what box for?
All right, and if you guys are heading to the festival is due east of the mansion. You know the route. You came here this way. And as you walk down the street towards the town square, townsfolk that are preparing themselves to leave their homes are staring at you. You are being looked at quite a bit, feeling more looked at than usual. And
Ramis will engage with some people.
Mhm.
Hello, good day.
and a man and woman who are standing in front of their house, locking up their gate, turn to look at you and like nod. Good day.
Yes,
Mhm.
and then I'll look away.
Yes, indeed. Good day.
It's a good day. And the townsfolk are all making their way towards the square. Most of them look pretty down, slumpy.
Melancholy.
They're staring at us
Melancholy.
simply because we look out of place. Is that?
You look different, yeah.
We're not downtrodden yet.
And a lot of them like haven't even come out of their house to like notice that you're there. Like this is the first time most of them are seeing you. So yeah, they're noticing you and they're like, that's weird. You look weird to them.
Because of Zug or just
Because of all of you. All of you look weird. All 4 of you look very bizarre to them.
like bizarre in a super attractive way.
Yes. Like as in they want to fuck your brains out.
Yep.
Are your pants on?
Ramis, they're about to come off. Ramis knows this and Strahd with more confidence than before.
Yes.
I have a feeling the final battle between
Oh.
Strahd and us is going to come down to a pants off dance off to see who gets charmed first.
Oh yeah.
Does this charm you? Does this charm you? Does this charm you?
Got the perfect Strahd thrust.
Helicoptering each other.
Yep.
Anyways,
Charms the
A
charm.
sword fight of sorts.
eventually you make it to the town square where there are decorations everywhere. There are lit wicker miniature suns strewn about the square. In the hand of the fountain man, she's very curious as to what you're doing.
Oh, you're going to strike.
Ah. Say hi to Cheddar.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Cheddar.
Hi. Hello. I'm
We'll
a
see
little
Cheddar
baby.
someday.
Someday.
I haven't seen Cheddar in like a year.
Yeah, it's been a while. She's so big now. Look at this big kitty.
Oh my God, she's a big kitty.
She's so big, aren't you? You're
She's like,
there you go. Say hi to people.
Hi, Jack. Oh,
Aw.
oh, licks without bites? I don't know who this cat is.
Light's coming.
For
Get
now.
out of here. False Cheddar.
Anyways, The town square is decorated frivolously. In the hand of the explorer that is facing west, there is a small wicker sphere that is set ablaze. It looks pretty cool, actually. The Baron is standing in the middle of the circle of people, and the Baroness is standing behind him. Isaac is standing in the back of the crowd, looking angry. Easy to spot because he towers above everyone else. You see some familiar faces in the crowd. You see Rictavio, dressed in his adorned, exciting clothes. You see the two hunters are there as well. You see Erwin and Danica. And if you search the crowd and scour, you notice Ismark, who is like looming over and protecting what you assume is Irina, but she is hooded and it is hard to make her out. So she's there as well. As soon as you approach, the Baron notices your presence and beckons you over and says, my honored guests, please come forward. And he beckons the four of you to join him in the center of the festivity next to the giant wicker sun that is sitting in the middle of the square.
Oh, okay, we go.
We go.
Well, this is quite a festival. We'll be leaving now.
You notice Gadolf as well. Gadolf is standing in the front of the crowd. He looks very happy and excited, which is a contrast to the way that most other people look. And you hear the Baron begins to address the crowd. And the Baron says, my lovely citizens of Vallaki, we are so excited to join here today for the Festival of the Blazing Sun. We will be lighting this, and as the Baron speaks, the shrill sound of two distinct grown adult men screams breaks the Baron's speech. And the two shrill screams are coming from the east of where you guys are. You guys are kind of in the center of the town. They're coming from the east. And these definitely sound like two different people. It is very loud. And I will have the party do a perception check. I'll have everyone perception.
Everybody perception.
9.
Well, that was not great. 9.
Finally.
20.
Critical
Hey!
fail.
Critical
So,
fail.
Zug
Your eyes are still
literally
closed.
Doesn't even hear the screams. Sindra, out of the corner of her eye, notices Rictavio slip out of the crowd and run towards a back street.
Octavio, wait. That was the Gaston guy, right?
Yeah.
That is the evil bard.
He's the half-elf bard that you met in the tavern the first time.
He's the one we should have asked the spirit to murder.
And the two screams are followed by total silence. And the town all stands quietly, facing east. And that's going to take us to next time.
Nice. Good cliffhanger.
Too much TV for this one.